Let's take a look at the Marine Corps division in 1944. The division consists of 17,500 men. It was organized in an HQ battalion, 3 infantry regiments, an artillery regiment, a tank battalion, a service regiment, a pioneer battalion, and an engineer battalion. Now let's take a look at the infantry regiment that had around 3,200 men, contained a company for HQ and services, 3 battalions of infantry, and a weapons company. The weapons company had 4 75mm guns on an M3 half-track and 36 anti-tank guns with the caliber 37mm. Next is the artillery regiment with the HQ company, 2 battalions of howitzers with 12 guns each of 105mm, and 2 battalions of pack howitzer with 75mm. Now what's the difference between a pack howitzer and a normal howitzer? The pack howitzer is easy to disassemble and to transport, so it is ideally suited for troops like Marines, paratroopers and mountain troops. Since we have 12 guns per battalion, in total we have 48 guns. This is very interesting because a German infantry division also had an artillery regiment with 48 guns. I need to do further research, but maybe this is an indication that divisions were already very similar in their setup on an international level, or it's just a coincidence. Next is the tank battalion with an HQ company, which contained 1 Sherman tank and 3 tank companies with 15 Sherman tanks each. Let's take a look at the engineer battalion, an HQ company and 3 engineer companies. Now these companies were very important to improve the mobility. This could be paving roads or creating a passage through a jungle. And of course they did repair duties like repairing bombed airfields. Next up is the pioneer battalion. Pioneers and engineers are sometimes used as an interchangeable name, but here's a clear distinction. The engineer units were usually closer to the front line, whereas the pioneers acted mainly in a non-combat support fashion. They had an HQ company and contained 3 companies of pioneers, and they had a very important task. They were the so-called shore party, responsible for unloading the ships. Let's take a look at the service troops. Note that this is not a real regiment, it just contains 3 battalions, but there's no HQ for the regiment. First is the service battalion, which had maintenance tasks and also provided supplies and ordnance to the troops. Then the transport battalion, which provides transport duties. And finally the medical battalion, which provided medical service. Next is the HQ battalion with the HQ company, the signal company, the military police company, a recon company and a second signaling company. This is the assault signaling company or joint assault signaling company. This signaling company was in charge of requesting combat air support and naval artillery. In combat, this unit would be split up in several teams that would be attached to units that need fire support. Now you're probably gonna ask, where are the amphibious tractors, the so-called M-tracks and other amphibious vehicles? They were originally attached as a battalion to a division, but this was changed and they would put at the corps level. Note that this is only one of numerous changes throughout the war. The willingness of the High Command to adapt the structure reflects very well the ability of the Marines to adapt to new situations. Thank you for watching, please like, comment and subscribe, and see you next time.